Media. Here we are covering all the main news headlines for our viewers. The top news of the day are: Bengaluru records 287 new Omicron cases. Overall tally in Karnataka rises to 766. FIR against Chhattisgarh CM Baghel for allegedly floating COVID-19 norms. Uttarakhand Mahila Congress President Sarita Arya joins BJP. Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami to contest polls from home turf Khatima. Punjab to vote on February 20 now. Raut has a message for the non-BJP parties as tribute to Manohar Bhai. LJP leader Rajendra Prasad Singh returns to BJP. ED seizes jewellery worth rupees 30 crore during raid on SKIL Infra chairman Nikhil Gandhi's lockers. Dawood Ibrahim aide and 1993 Mumbai serial blast accused Salim Ghazi dies in Karachi. KL Rahul to be next Indian team test captain after Virat Kohli's resignation. Bengaluru records 287 new Omicron cases. Overall tally in Karnataka rises to 766. Karnataka Health Minister K. Sudhakar reported that Bengaluru recorded 287 new Omicron cases. The overall cases in Karnataka have risen to 766. The minister took to Twitter to share the news. Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai will meet with ministers and experts on Monday, January 17th at 4 p.m. to discuss the COVID restrictions in the state. On Sunday, Karnataka reported 34,047 new COVID cases, while 13 people succumbed to the infection. The test positivity rate stood at 19.29%. As many as 32 police personnel of Kolar and Kolar Goldfields who were on duty at the Congress's Mekadattu Padyatra tested COVID-19 positive. FIR against Chhattisgarh CM Baghel for allegedly floating COVID-19 norms. The alleged violation took place when Chhattisgarh CM Baghel, along with some supporters, was doing door-to-door campaign for Congress candidate Pankhuri Pathak, who will be taking on the sitting Noida MLA Pankaj Singh in the upcoming Uttar Pradesh Assembly election. As per reports, Uttar Pradesh police lodged an FIR against CM Baghel for allegedly violating COVID-19 guidelines issued by the Election Commission for assembly elections in poll-bound states. The alleged violation took place when Chhattisgarh CM Baghel, along with some supporters, was doing door-to-door campaigns for Congress candidate Pankhuri Pathak, contesting from Noida Assembly seat in Sorkha village. According to guidelines issued by the Election Commission, not more than 5 people can take part in door-to-door election campaign. Uttarakhand Mahila Congress President Sarita Arya joins BJP. The Bharatiya Janata Party on Monday, that is January 17th, received a shot in the arm ahead of the upcoming assembly polls in Uttarakhand, when Pradesh Mahila Congress President Sarita Arya joined the Saffron Party. The former Nainital MLA joined the BJP at its state headquarters in Dehradun in the presence of Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami, Uttarakhand Party President Madan Kaushik and other leaders. Arya was keen on a ticket from Nainital constituency but was doubtful about the Congress fielding her. She had lost the seat to Sanjeev Arya in 2017 assembly polls when the latter contested on a BJP ticket. He is now in Congress. Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami to contest polls from home turf Khatima. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami on Saturday said he will contest the upcoming assembly elections from his home turf constituency of Khatima in Udham Singh Nagar district of the Himalayan state. I will contest the election from the Khatima constituency. We all are together and ready to contest the polls. This time we have given a slogan, Ab ki baar, Sat Par. The candidates list will be announced soon, Dhami was quoted as saying. The Chief Minister was speaking to the media after attending the state BJP's core committee meeting to finalize the list of candidates for the 70-member Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly. Located in the state's Udham Singh Nagar district, Khatima is a seat that witnessed its first assembly polls in 2002. The Congress won its seat in both 2002 and 2007 polls, after which it was backed by Pushkar Singh Dhami for the BJP in both 2012 and 2017. Punjab to vote on February 20 now. The Election Commission has deferred the Punjab Assembly polls slated to be held on February 14 following petitions by several political parties seeking a fresh date. Polling in the single phase Punjab Assembly election will now take place on February 20. The decision was taken at an EC meeting earlier in the day to discuss demands by various political parties to defer the February 14 Assembly polls in Punjab in view of Guru Ravidas Jayanti. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi had urged the EC to defer the polls by a week after he received a representation from the Dalit community, which wants to take part in the birth anniversary of Sri Guru Ravidas on February 16th. Similar requests to postpone the single-phase poll have been put forward by other parties, including the BJP and BSP, in view of the Jayanti. Around 20 lakh devotees are expected to travel to Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh between February 10 and 16 to celebrate the day. Political parties feel that they would not be able to cast their votes due to this. Raut has a message for non-BJP parties as tribute to Manohar Bhai. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut on Monday appealed to all non-BJP parties in Goa to support late Chief Minister Manohar Parikar's son Utpal Parikar if he decides to contest the upcoming assembly election from the Panaji seat as an independent. The Sena MP said it would be a true tribute to the late BJP veteran if the non-BJP parties, including the Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, Trinamool Congress and the Goa Forward Party, do not field a candidate against Utpal from Panaji. The son of the late former defense minister recently hit out at the Bharatiya Janata Party over reports that he may not be fielded from Panaji that was presented by his father, stating if the ruling camps believe in integrity and character. LJP leader Rajendra Prasad Singh returns to BJP. Amid growing differences among NDA constituents in Bihar over liquor prohibition, the Bharatiya Janata Party on Sunday re-inducted Lok Janshakti Party leader and former BJP state vice president Rajendra Prasad Singh. Singh contested assembly elections from Dinara seat in Rohtas district as LJP nominee and pushed Janata Dali United leader and Science and Technology Minister in Nitish Kumar cabinet Jai Kumar Singh to third place. He rejoined the BJP in the presence of the party's state president Sanjay Jaiswal as his residence here, dealing a blow to both the JDU and the LJP. Rajendra Singh described his reinduction in the BJP as homecoming. Singh lost to Rashtriya Janata Dal's Vijay Mandal by a margin of 8,228 votes in 2020 assembly election. ED seizes jewellery worth Rs 30 crore during raid on SKIL Infra chairman Nikhil Gandhi's lockers. The Enforcement Directorate, during a search of lockers belonging to SKIL Infrastructure Executive Chairman Nikhil Gandhi, found jewellery including diamonds worth around Rs 30 crore. Sources said that over the past fortnight, ED officials have been carrying out searches of lockers belonging to Gandhi and his relatives at two banks in South Mumbai and Central Mumbai. The ED recovered the jewellery from 10 lockers in two banks. A few more lockers are yet to be opened as per sources. Nikhil Gandhi's firm SKIL Infrastructure had taken loans from IL and FS Financial, which turned into a non-performing asset later. Nikhil Gandhi has around 15% stake in Navi Mumbai Special Economic Zone. Dawood Ibrahim aide and 1993 Mumbai serial blast accused Salim Ghazi dies in Karachi. Salim Ghazi, a member of the Dawood gang and close aide of the Chota Shakil, died due to heart problems. He was also suffering from diabetes, hypertension and other health issues. Ghazi was an active participant in the serial blast of 1993 that had rocked the commercial capital. As many as 257 people were killed and 713 were injured. Ghazi, who was accused of abetting the blast, fled to Pakistan with the other gang members of Dawood Ibrahim soon after the incident. The Indian authorities have failed to nab him since then. In Pakistan, Ghazi used to handle Shakil's businesses and illegal operations. KL Rahul to be next Indian team test captain after Virat Kohli's resignation. So what the next for the Indian cricket team after Virat Kohli? Will we see the beginning of Rohit Sharma era? Will he be the three-format skipper with absolute powers? Do we have a new set of alternates in the Team India? These are the main questions that beckons every Indian cricket fan, the answer to which will be uncovered only in the upcoming months, COVID permitting. However, BCCI has a few things in mind for the situation. They were planning, and according to the sources, the Indian team is not likely to have one individual for all three formats. According to BCCI, KL Rahul is said to be retained as India's test skipper, while Rohit Sharma continues to be India's white ball skipper. The reasons behind this thought are for a variety of reasons. The BCCI, it is understood, does not want a repeat of Virat incident where all powers are vested in one individual, even if it is Rohit at this point of time. Well, now stay with us. We shall bring you all the latest top 10 news every day. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.